Good evening and welcome to episode 71. As always, we will start with our gratitude attitude. So please gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax your body. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, let all the tension in your muscles drain out. Take one more deep breath. This time, completely let yourself go. Now, think of one thing that you're thankful for that happened in the past week. Once you have identified that, think about why you are thankful. And now let's set it free. If you're by yourself, say it out loud what you're thankful for and why. If you are with someone, tell it to each other. Okay, so I'm sure you all have some thoughts on the ongoing war in Ukraine. You have to be living under the rock if you are not familiar with the situation by now. Has the war affected you personally at all? I know it has an effect on my psyche for sure. So today, let's talk about how we can cope with war related stress. This, of course, assumes that you are physically far away from Ukraine. If you are in the war zone, this may not be much of help to you. I didn't even realize at first that I was having war related stress. I could tell I was a little bit tense for a few days. I couldn't figure out what was going on. When I started to think about it, I realized that all this war talk is taking a toll. So I tried to figure out why was it affecting me personally. There's of course the compassionate part, right, where I feel for the people in Ukraine. But I thought it was something deeper than that. So upon further examination, I realized that it was more about the uncertainty that comes with the war. Affect the economy at a time when we are already in an inflationary environment. Potential for a World War III if we do end up dragged into it. potential for global recession, and so forth. So if you feel that your behavior has changed in the past couple of weeks, you might want to self-examine to see if you are having what they call headline stress. They actually have a name for it. Who knew? During my research for this episode, I learned that women and children have an increased vulnerability to the psychological consequence of war. Studies have shown that children have a higher rate of war-related stress than adults. This is kind of understandable, right? Because they are not able to process the situation. And what they learn on media tends to be really scary. So, how do you know if you have war-related stress? Some of the things to look for include trouble concentrating, anxiety, lack of appetite, difficulty sleeping, difficulty making decisions, and so on. So if you feel this is bothering you, how do you go about fixing it? Fortunately, solutions are simple and plenty. The first thing to do is to control your intake. What does that mean? Being glued in front of breaking news is the last thing you need. And I'm not saying to turn yourself off from the information world we live in, right? But do not overconsume the media feed. I had my aha moment when I was watching a news show, right? And they repeated the same clip 6 times in a 1 hour news program. That told me that they were just hyping something for the eyeballs. Another thing I realized in the same newscast actually is the fact that a lot of this is propaganda. We only get a point of view. I figured this out. I saw this clip of what they call Russian army atrocities. And I'm not saying it's not going on. But this was a clip by what they call Radio Free Europe. And when I analyzed the clip, I noticed they didn't show a single army personnel. No one's face was visible. And the kicker was there was no license plate on the car. There are a few other things, right? It's like, okay, this clip has to be a suspect. So between these two incidents, the same clip 6 times and this suspect clip, I got over my war news appetite. And I'm telling you, I could instantly see that my stress was relieved. Another helpful tip is to limit your social media time. And we've discussed this in the past, right? The social media feed keeps us in this bubble of our own opinions and does not allow us to look at a broader picture. Yet another thing to do is to embrace uncertainty. Yes, the war is uncertain. It may have negative consequences in the economy, the job market, and so on. But there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. So let's just see what comes next. And the most important thing you can do is to make sure you maintain your health. They say that continuing your exercise routine, maintaining healthy habits, and so forth is really important. And by now, if you have not developed a meditation routine, this may be time to develop one. Spend 10 to 15 minutes a day meditating. You'll be amazed at what that does to your peace of mind. If you're not able to do that, At least take 10 deep breaths every hour. If you're like me, you just can't remember, right? Uh, just put an alarm on your phone every hour, every 2 hour. Take a break, take 10 deep breaths. That would do a wonder. So that's the lesson for the day. In our meditation today, as always, we'll first settle down at our heart. Then we'll perform what is known as absorption of cessation meditation. And we tried this a few times before. All that means is no thoughts, no feelings, no sensations. We do this by imagining ourselves as a piece of wood. A piece of wood has no thoughts, no feelings, no emotions. Just like that, we'll stay still in our mind, experiencing a deep peace. We'll hold that peace as long as we can. So, if you're ready, let's get into our meditation posture. Cross legged position. If you are seated in a chair, just make sure your legs are straight, your back straight, spine upright, shoulders leveled. Gently close your eyes. Keep your mouth just a little bit open. That way, any stress you have accumulated in your jaws will dissipate. Put your palms in your lap, right over left. Thumbs gently touching each other. Now, take a deep breath. As you exhale, feel all your stress melting away. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, see your body loosen up. Take one more deep breath. As you exhale, relax all your muscles. Now, bring your attention at your nostrils. Feel the cool air as you breathe in. Feel slightly warmer air as you breathe out. Keep your attention, the sensation of your breath, for about a minute or so on your own. Now, bring your attention at your heart. Imagine everything that happened before this moment melts into light and disappears. Things that have not yet happened are not real anyway. So it is just this moment. Enjoy the peaceful nature of this moment. Let this peaceful moment bring the next peaceful moment. Remember, there is nothing to do, nowhere to go. It is just this moment. Just enjoy. Now, imagine you are a piece of wood. A piece of wood has no thoughts. It has no feelings. It has no emotions. Stay still like a piece of wood. Remember, no thoughts, no feelings, no emotions. Just stand still. Stay still like piece of wood. No thoughts. Remember, piece of wood has no thoughts, no feelings, no emotions. Just stay still. Enjoy the deep peace that comes with it for a minute or so on your own. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Any questions?
No questions, but one comment. You talked about putting an alarm for your mindfulness, essentially. So Apple Watch has an app called Mindfulness. You can set a frequency to an hour and do your 10 minutes of breath, 10 breaths or a minute of meditation, whatever you like, right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. They come up with some innovative stuff, heart rate and this and that. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do they still, I know they were going to measure blood oxygen level. Did they ever do that or not
I
yet?
think next. Oh, no. Okay. It is in this current watch series already.
It is? Wow.
When it's out, yeah, they measure blood oxygen level.
Wow. 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 You don't need those separate
Yeah.
toys anymore.
Yeah. They are promising some major enhancements in the next year's model. We'll see what comes out.
I think they had an announcement today, right? Or yesterday, something like that.
Yeah, yesterday. I think that's mostly all Macs. The one
Okay.
in March is usually all Macs and Mac OS.
Okay. 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 Cool. Any other questions? Any other comments?
Mm,
Okay, I'm going to stop recording.